You know, a big mission of Austin PBS is education. There are a lot of parents hunkering down at home right now with their kids, and we're going to spend the next few minutes giving you some resources, some great resources provided by Austin PBS and our illustrious VP of Education. Thank you, Ben.
Yes.
So I wanted to check in with you and talk about the resources that Austin PBS is providing. First of all, we always have great programming on TV for families, right?
Correct. Most kids these days are accessing us online or through mobile devices. We have compiled a growing list of educational resources, safe, proven resources at austinpbs.org/resources. And we also have that list in Spanish at austinpbs.org/recursos. So that's where we're trying to compile stuff that's coming in from around the country that we think will be useful for adults at home with kids, for teachers trying to look for safe and helpful resources to send home to kids. Lots of different items there for folks to browse and select what works best for their configuration. The thing that I do want to emphasize as more people are working from home is that bandwidth has become a precious commodity. And so many folks are turning back to television to have a safe place for their kids to go. And that's where our PBS Kids content and even our PBS general audience content can come in really handy. You know, for older kids, watching a cooking show is probably a pretty wonderful thing to do. Or watching Bob Ross and mellowing out with Bob Ross and perhaps picking up a paintbrush of their own. This content can work for all ages.
What's some just general advice? You've been an educator for a long time. You've been a school principal. You've been in the classroom. What are some things that you can tell parents right now as they're kind of struggling with getting their kids on schedule and on target and making sure they're still learning?
It's tough. We're in this weird in-between state right now where school systems are asking themselves, how do we deliver instruction to home? And so there are all kinds of experiments going on with teachers reaching out to kids. And in the midst of that, we are trying to keep up our own working lives and our home lives at the same time. I'm normally the chief guru of the messaging about smart screen time, ensure a healthy balance of screen use in their lives and other kinds of activities. I have backed off of that for the time being. But if parents have to work, if they have to be on their own devices, or if they've had to leave the house, but they've got someone else watching their kids, screen use is okay as long as it's safe. The other thing that I would say is that as I watch my own kids, social media and gaming are two ways that they can stay in contact with their peers. And that's really important. I mean, both of my kids are keenly feeling this loss of human contact in their life. And so as long as the conversations remain tame, as long as they appear to be happy connections with others, again, that's something I'm backing off of. I realize how important it is.
One final question for you, Ben. There are a lot of parents hunkered down at home. Any advice for keeping your cool and staying calm and staying steady?
Yes. I need to follow my own advice, which is there will be times when everyone in the house just needs to go to their separate corners, and trying to get some space when you are feeling a little pent up. I would also say that you have this unique opportunity to give and receive hugs all day long. So if there is a moment where you recovered and you're feeling like in a good place again, go back and give your kid a squeeze and let him or her know everything's going to be okay.
Ben, thank you to you and your team for all the great resources that Austin PBS is providing for parents and students right now. It makes our mission even seem more important than ever.
Thanks. Glad we can help.
For the latest local developments on COVID-19, go to decibelatx.org.